Alright, let me fire this up in YouTube. I don't know, the alerts don't come through for me, but maybe that's because I'm the owner of the channel. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, here we go. Oh, would you look at that? We're still in the basement here at 12 subscribers. Unbelievable. We need to start doing gooder here at the other cloud. Alright, let's go all messages. Unfortunately, I think our wrench is still in bed. I don't think Sage will be here to join us to help that chat rate out. But he did join us briefly today at Indie Game Cloud. I'm not going to mince words, and I'm not going to waste too much time. Because really, does today matter for sports? Not so much, in my opinion. We're only in, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals for the NBA. Not the Western Conference Finals, the NBA Finals, my bad. And it's kind of what we expected to happen. It certainly did happen. That being OKC just basically took charge of this game. It was essentially a no contest when you think of it. So 123 to 107 over the Indiana Pacers. They were wrenching. They were benching. No! I said wrenching as a Freudian slip. And then out of nowhere, my main wrench shows up. Welcome to the Thundercloud Sage. And yeah, tell the Germans to subscribe, hit that like button as well, and to come on over to the Thundercloud, you know? We'll drink a Thundercag together. How's that sound? But no, I was just saying, at the end of the the OKC game there, they were benching their players, their starters, so kind of it was a big blowout. So it only shows like a 16-point win, but I think they were up like huge earlier in the game, like just, you know, basically had them in the vice grips the entire game. Offensively, I don't really think the Pacers did a whole lot at all. I mean, 107 points ain't that bad, I guess, but like there's no standouts. Again, we've got balanced scoring. Welcome to the Thundercloud Corpse Dough. Wrenching them does have a good ring to it. I mean, no, maybe it was Rick or Randy Carlisle, the coach of Indiana, that started wrenching his players. You know, took Tyrese Halliburton out back, pulled out that wrench, and he just wrenched him real good. Maybe that's what happened, right? Like we got balanced attacks. Like we've got this is the thing about Indiana, very balanced, good bench. Like they had 7 players with 11 points or more, none of which were above 20 though. So good balance, but they're not going to win those games unless like a Pascal Siakam or a Tyrese Halliburton's hitting 25 to 30. Because the firepower on the other side is too much, mostly being, Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He went out for 34. They had 2 guys on the bench, though, throwing up some big points tonight, though. Alex Caruso had 20 points. Aaron Wiggins had 18. Why am I guessing that he's Canadian? I'm not mixing him up with the other Wiggins. Nah, he's from... is he Canadian? Let's look it up. Just because he went to Maryland University doesn't mean he's not Canadian. I almost typed in Aaron Rodgers. No, Aaron Wiggins, motherfucker. I'm just wondering if he's... It wasn't named Andrew Wiggins. Wondering if he's related to him. I don't know. Based on what I can see, he was born in... I don't even know why we're talking about this guy, frankly. He ain't no Canadian. He looks like a little bitch out of North Carolina. Okay, never mind. Let's move it on. Thought it was on to something. Thought I had some good investigative journalism going on there, but definitely not. Other than that, though, they were okay for offense. I mean, they got 19 from Jalen Williams and 15 from Chet Holmgren, but their bench only showed up with 2 players, but 38 players from 2 players on the bench is pretty impressive. Let's pivot from basketball once we find out when they play next. The next time that they will be playing will be 8:30 on June 11th. So they're taking another day off. Are you actually fucking kidding me? They're taking another extended day off between games. Are they taking like 2 offs per game this series? Because they took 2 offs just between games 1 and games 2. And that should only be for travel. They're not doing this in hockey, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't care if it's a long trip or not. But Sage, they were in OKC for games 1 and 2, and they had the same rest days. So are they going to just do this for the entire series? Two off days every game? I don't like that. That makes it harder for me to get into the rhythm. I get when you're traveling, sure, give them an extra off day. I agree with that. That's fine. That's how it should be. But when you're at home, I want you to go one night, take a day off, come back the next night. Is that so much to ask for? I didn't think so. Anyways, that series is 1-1. We're moving off of that. We do have tomorrow. Actually, no, I lied. Actually, no, I'm right. So tomorrow we do have Game 3 on the docket for the NHL. You guys already know that it's 1-1 in that series. I'm really praying that Florida takes the next 2. I really wanted to shut up all these fucking ugly-ass Canadians who want to talk shit. Fuck you, Edmonton. You guys you're done in 5. You're done in 5. Brad Marchand is going to score 7 more goals this series, and he's going to hoist the Conn Smythe Trophy. You heard it here first, and that's all you're going to hear it from, is from me. So, he's going to take care of business. Love you, Brad. Shout out to, where are you from, Antigonish, Nova Scotia, or some shit like that. Welcome to the Thundercloud Nameless. We will get to the baseball, the fantasy baseball, shortly. I do want to say before we get there that I'm proud of you. You hear that? That's the thunderclap right there. I'm proud of you. You minimize the damage, and you're still a top Dan. So we'll get to that shortly, but just remember, Nameless, I am so proud of you right now. If I could give you a bonus of some sort, I would, but unfortunately, you're no longer under my payroll, so I can't tweak the numbers like I used to. Anyways, 8 on January 9th. No, Game 3 will be fucking June 9th, not January 9th, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a report for Nick Chubb, formerly of the Cleveland Browns, who had an abysmal season last year. He has likely signed a 1-year deal with the Houston Texans, where he will be absolute dog shit as a running back. He's not good anymore. I don't think he's going to be good anymore. I love Nick Chubb. I think I drafted Nick Chubb 2 or 3 fucking times. I love you, Chubby, but guess what? Your fucking career is done. That's right. Good surveys. Good survey for sure. Give you a +100 all day, every day. But I'd kind of have to give you a neutral on this because I was hoping you'd win. So you're going to get a 0 for the score. You got no legs left. You're right, Sage. Again, we're talking about a fine running back that I respect. I do not think he has it anymore. Let's take a quick look at what Nick Chubb did last year. I believe he was owned by both me and Sage at some point during the season. Lousy. He averaged 3.3 yards per carry last year on 102 totes. He's done. I'd like to take a moment of silence for Nick Chubb and his career because it is dead. That moment is over. We now move on to the next piece of news, if there is any. Boom. Oh, looks like George Kirby was good today. Look out, everyone. He's mine. I will say Aaron Judge did hit 2 home runs today, his 22nd and 23rd home runs of the season. So he's having, obviously, a mammoth year. I wish he didn't play in that shitty-ass ballpark. I know he does have power, though, but he does get some cheapies, too. But, I mean, he's a legit power hitter. No legs left. Nick no longer can pop a chub. Okay. Let's just leave it there. My wrench is we don't let these types of comments slip through. I want you to give him a verbal warning right now. I want you to give him a verbal warning that we do not accept that type of commentary right there, okay? All right, let's move off of Chubb and Judge. What is Sage saying? I actually have to go to my my app here. It's nice being 6 hours ahead right now. I have so much time to set my lineups. I think that you should lose points. I think you should be losing points, honestly, because like that's an unfair advantage that you're having, Sage. So thank you for bringing it to the attention of the administration. But from here on out, you're not allowed to take advantage of that 6 hours, okay? Okay, Nameless and Sage. You guys can just pipe down a little bit. Actually, the mobile app I find for ESPN to be a little wonky sometimes. In my humble opinion, it kind of sucks. Because sometimes if you add a player, it'll like reset the roster, at least for me. Plus, I can't really like do research and stuff the same way, if I'm being honest with you. Hey, let's not be too... Oh, are you asking to go back to Yahoo? Are you asking to go back to Yahoo? We've upgraded. The app is whack. I'll give you that. It's a whack app. You know what? Maybe we need to reconsider it. Maybe this is... I think we came to ESPN because of Shohei Ohtani, because you couldn't use him in Yahoo the way he was supposed to be used. Remember when we were in Yahoo, you basically had you had to draft him twice rather than just once. Now, if Yahoo has fixed that, I wouldn't mind it, to be honest with you. I do think Yahoo is a nice interface and everything like that. Are we going to Yahoo for football? I mean, it's too early to say. I mean, there's a lot of discussions that need to be had. I mean, we need to really fight this out with the tribunal. The tribunal being me and what I decide. I am the Lord when it comes to the tribunal. Basically the same here now anyway. Can't use him twice. Nah, he's still 2 players in baseball over at Yahoo. What's that supposed to mean there, Nameless? What are you saying there? Please elaborate on your opinion. While you do, I'm going to sift through some other news that's not fantasy related because we're not to the fantasy portion of the episode just yet. So we went over here and Judge. Good work, Judge. We do have good news for the Blue Jays. Seemingly good news. Max Scherzer did throw a simulated game, I think, through 50 pitches. Dalton Varsho was one of the ones he was going up against. 50 pitches, I mean, building that arm up, it shouldn't be too long now, maybe a week or two before he returns, unless there's any sort of setbacks there. It also seems like Dalton Varsho is extremely close to returning as well if he's facing, live pitching and that sort of thing and actually playing in games. We will now go to baseball once I read you guys' comments. 1 second here. God, you motherfuckers talk a lot. Holy Lord, just let me fucking breathe. It's basically the same, but there's not 2 of them. You know what I mean? You don't have to draft the hitter Ohtani and the pitcher Ohtani. You know what I mean? He's still 2 players in baseball over at Yahoo. He's... So Yahoo still seems like they'd be behind. Yeah, I think I prefer the ESPN way as well, because I don't like there being 2 cloned Shohei Ohtanis unless it happens in real life. That's the only thing you like about ESPN. Well, that's a pretty big thing. Unless, I mean, if Ohtani wasn't a part of it, then we'd definitely be at Yahoo right now. But we've got Ohtani'd, and we had to migrate. We had to roll with the punches, and that's that. So baseball will stay in ESPN. The Pete Rose Bowl cut will remain in ESPN for the next 5 to 10 years at least. So no need to worry, fans. Pete Rose Bowl cut is here to stay. I've got a question here, I believe. Why don't we do a handshake deal? Whoever drafts Shohei Ohtani gets the... Ooh. I'd be okay with that. I think Sage would be okay with that too. I'm sure Dan would be okay with that as well. If you guys do like Yahoo more, the only thing is though is it is eating a roster spot, and we can't give you an additional roster spot. You know what I mean? But I do like the handshake idea. That is a fair idea, actually. I do like that. All right, let me get to the goddamn baseball game, guys. You can keep chatting, but I'm gonna cut through this real quick. So, the Blue Jays did lose today, 6-3 to the Minnesota Twins. Both teams are now 35-30. Joe Ryan looks like he was pretty good. Picked up his 7th win of the season. He was okay. I mean, he had 2 earned runs in 5 innings, so not terrible. But I mean, he's a beast. 2.96 ERA. That's pretty damn good. Duran, I don't even know his first name. I just know him as Duran because it's Duran. Lowered his ERA. He's on my team, by the way. 1.19 is now his ERA. What a beast. Picked up his 10th save of the year. Let's just run through the Jays real quick, like just some of the notable performances, if there were any. So let's just take a look here. We had a hit from Kirk. Thank you, Kirk, for helping me win my league this week. You provided me 1 hit in 2 games. Thank you. Springer had a hit, so he's still above 850 with the OPS there. Nathan Lukes, 1 for 4. 753 OPS still. Arnold Clement had a hit. Rodin had a hit. So really not much with the bat that was done. No home runs that were hit from what I can see here. Bowden Francis was miserable again. Like, I'm actually getting fucking tired. I'm getting so fucking tired. I'm so fucking tired right now of talking. Pretty much 3 out of every 4 starts, I'm talking about Bowden Francis and what a fucking terrible fucking day he had at the office. Today was no different. His ERA... Let's not talk about his ERA. I don't like to talk about pitchers' records, but sometimes you need to talk about the pitcher's record. He's 2 wins and 8 losses on the year. This guy's garbage. Get him the fuck out of here. Don't make commercials for him anymore on fucking Sportsnet because I've had enough. 4 earned runs and 3 1/3 inning. I ain't gonna cut it. You got 2 fucking home runs today, you fucking jabroni. Your ERA is up over 6. I'm sorry, is your name Josh Towers? Is your name Josh Towers? I fucking had it. I'm fucking done with Bowden Francis. We should be too. Cut the commercials. Get him out of there. I'm done with them. Flaherty, been good this year. He let 2 runs. ERA, though, still half as good as, or I guess it's twice as good as Bowden Francis, 3.58. Eric Swanson, scoreless inning. He was at 9 a couple days ago for the ERA, at 4.91 now. Fisher let 3 hits in 2 innings. Did not surrender a run, though, so he's at 3.29. And then the Schultz guy, 3.06 ERA, 2 hits in an inning. Wouldn't call that a great inning, but he did strike out 3 batters as well. So I don't like to talk about standings, but I will. Just kind of interesting, if we kind of look at the AL wild card right now, we've got 3 teams in the wild card spots. There's 3 teams that will make it as wild card teams, but they're all tied 35-30. On the outside looking in is Cleveland, the Cleveland Indians at 34-30. Now let me take a quick peek at the messages before we get to fantasy, the fantasy baseball, the Pete Rose Bowl cut, the most prestigious bowl that there is. Let me see here. What do we got? We got I mean, yeah, do you really need that last player if you've got Ohtani? Because, yeah, you are getting a pitcher and a hitter. So, I mean, I wouldn't complain if I had Ohtani. And, yes, I believe he won a World Series in 2009 with the New York Yankees. Kind of crazy he won one. Was he even pitching for you guys, or was he just sitting on the bench fucking eating fucking Hubba Bubble Gum? Or Hubba Bubba, whatever the fuck it's called. Because he was he had 2 innings against the... So he didn't even play... So you're telling me he didn't even fucking play, like, in the playoffs at all? He had... Because the Jays weren't in the playoffs. We know that. Not that year. You're telling me he didn't pitch an inning and he gets a ring. 2 innings. I bet you he let fucking 4 earned runs in those 2 innings as well. He probably picked up the fucking loss and still won a goddamn fucking World Series ring. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, this is not good. I accidentally closed up my browser, which had some of the stuff I was going to talk about. Oh well, that's all right. We adapt here at the Thundercloud. We are going to take a quick peek at the end of week scores. We will have the standings, which we will go over tomorrow. But I can tell you, based on my great math, I'll be... Ooh, I might have miscalculated. Ooh, shit. I think Sage might have took me. I thought Sage was a game and a half back entering this week. He was only half a game. I think Sage is going to be fucking son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Anyways, I did pick up the win against Alexandra's awesome team, 10-6. So I'm very happy about that. Tommy Callahan's auto parse though did prove too much for Vlad the Impalers. 111-4. I believe the math favors Sage. He's gonna be up like a half a game, I think. I think you're up half a game. I could be wrong, but I believe you will be up half a game on me. So don't worry, Sage. I'll keep coming. We'll keep coming. We'll keep duking it out with our wrenches and that sort of thing. First place is mine for the regular season. Then I'll get eliminated in the first round. I know we already know how the script plays out, guys. This is a rigged job that we do every year. Otherwise, I'd win every year. We do have Nameless did well. Again, tears in my eyes when I saw that he only fell to the Dark Sliders 11-4. I'm proud of you. It was 15-1 last night. Never should you be happy about an 11-4 loss, except for in this rare event. I would be fucking... Again, you're getting thunderclapped right now. Just a remarkable performance to not get blown out 15-1 or 16-0 and let Dan waltz around like he thinks he's the fucking sheriff in town. That's not going to happen. At least not this week. We'll see what the next week's schedule brings to us, but just a round of applause for you. Round of applause for you. Graham's great team did beat Mother 10-6, so that will help him not lose too much ground on Dan, except I think they're going to be like tied for 7th or something. I believe maybe a half game lead for Graham over Dan for that 7 seed. Zah will remain in the 6 seed, I do believe. Vlad the Impalers will stay where they're at. It seems like everything's going to change except Sage and I is going to flip-flop, and it's going to be closer for those bottom 3 teams. So the bases loaded IBB, Graham's great team, and the Dark Sliders, they're in for a battle. They're in for a battle. And that 5 seed, hell, even that 4 seed, even that 3 seed, if you're not 1 or 2, you're kind of like your playoff life is looking like, who the fuck knows? I would love it if we could just put up some gambling lines on this, because I think we'd get some pretty fun odds, honestly. It's going to be interchangeable. The bottom 6 teams, like, any one of those guys could win it, honestly. Currently, 3-4 would be Mother and you. Mother lost the same as you, so you guys will stay the same versus each other. Like, basically, Vlad the Impalers and Zhao, they pretty much finished the same, so they're going to stay the same for games back from each other. But then Dan is going to gain ground on Graham. So he's going to gain, I think, a game or two, something like that. And he's going to obviously gain, like, a few games on Zhao, like 7 of them or something like that. But I believe everyone else stays the same except for Sage and I. I think we're still the ones at the top there.
Ground on Vlad the Impalers as well.
Yes, Dan, I said you gain ground on these people. You gain ground on everyone because they all lost. You didn't gain ground on me. And you didn't gain ground on Sage, though. So, if you want to talk, you talk in the fucking chat. You don't verbally talk to me. Why would there be no betting, Nameless? This is the Pete Rose Bowl cut. I'm going to bet on my team to win every fucking game. And then when you motherfuckers exclude me from the Hall of Fame, I'm going to shit on your fucking front porch. That's what's going to happen. It's Pete Rose all over ourselves right now. Bet my team to lose? Okay. No. He never did that. Oh, let me just read the stats that you put up about Josh Towers. 3.1. He was up. Oh, jeez. 3 1/3 inning. 1 earned run against the Jays in 2009, plus another run based on, 1 run against the Orioles in 2 innings. So he had 5 in the 3rd inning. So that's I guess he gets a ring for it, man. Like, what the fuck can I say? I mean, congratulations, Josh Towers, on being a lousy pitcher and having one of the flukiest years I've ever seen. I believe it was 2005. He put up a 3.7 or 3.71 ERA, as did Gustavo Chacin. If you kind of look up based on ERA, at least in the American League, they were both top 13 to 15 pitchers that year in terms of ERA. And let's just say they never, ever were that close again. I mean, Josh Towers, he was up over 8 or 10 in 2006. It was absolutely absurd what he... Because you thought, okay, maybe he could be like an extremely poor man's Greg Maddux, use his command, that sort of thing. No, he just... But how do you get that lucky for a year? Honestly, how do you get that lucky? Gustavo Chacin as well, right? You get that fucking cologne and shit. Like, what the fuck? And now we're pumping up Bowden Francis and that sort of thing. Everyone should be racing to add Trent Grisham. No. He's not a good hitter. The only reason he has home runs is because of playing in Yankee Stadium. We all know that. Fuck Trent Grisham. I don't give a shit about it. I'm not adding him. Not my team. Why would I add him to my team? Have you seen my outfielders? I've got Yordan Alvarez come back. I've got Kyle Schwarber, Ronald Acuna Jr. I've got James Wood, Mike Trout, and Helio Ramos. Why would I add that motherfucker? Have you seen my fucking roster? I don't need an outfielder. So, yeah, someone could go out there and take Trent Grisham because he might get some cheap home runs in Yankee Stadium, a park I fucking hate. 3rd time is the charm. What, dropping him 3 times is the charm? Yeah, like, oh my God. All right, I do actually want to check who we're playing next week. So we'll have the official standings tomorrow. I just want to see if I can go to League and check next week's schedule just to see if we can get any previews or that sort of thing. Before I do that, a shout out from our sponsor, Doritos. No, I'm just joking. I want to see, because bases loaded into double play or whatever his name is. He did drop someone today. So he dropped Ryan O'Hearn. I just want to see. I think it's a good drop, honestly. I don't think he's a very good player. Oh, never mind. I might stand corrected. He's actually hitting real good. It kind of makes me look like a fucking dumbass. Oh, but he's 31 years old, so who gives a fuck? He is hitting an 897 OPS this year with 9 home runs. 316 average, which is not sustainable. He's a 251 career average in his career with a 318 on base. So that 897 OPS is not sustainable because he's a 743 OPS. So good drop, and good drop. He is not a real player. Ryan O'Shit is right. Ryan O'Shit is correct. I need to figure out how to find the standings. How do I see, not the standings, but next week's schedule? Is there a way to do it? It seems very difficult. Let me use my brain here. All right, you got to click View Scoreboard. All right, and then we go to Week 12. Okay, Week 12. So I'll give you guys all the predictions for what's going to happen this week, and I'll give you the matchups as well. Rodfather, yours truly, will beat the shit out of his uncle. Graham's a great team. I expect it probably to be a 12-4 or a 13-3 debacling. So expect me to win big this week. And you can put money on it at the PeteRoseBowlCut.com. The Dark Sliders host Vlad the Impalers. I gotta say, I do think that the Dark Sliders are here to stay. I believe a win will happen. How big that win is, I don't know. I kind of want to go with a 10-6 or an 11-5. You heard it here first. Bases loaded IBB against Alexandra's astounding team. I think this one's going to be a close match. Maybe the closest of the week. I could see 8-8 or 9-7 for either side. I don't think there's going to be a blowout, which means Dan, the Dark Sliders, is going to gain ground. So I would say it's the Dark Sliders, who are currently 61-90, are definitely making the playoffs this year. And then we've got Mother going up against Tommy Callahan's Auto Parts. I mean, clearly, Sage is the favorite. But this, I lost to my mother. You know, no man wants to admit that they got the shit kicked out of them by their mom, but I did. By like a point or two. I think Tommy Callahan could win, but I think there could be an upset at play here. I could see there being an upset. Could see it being close, or I could see it being a big win for either side. More so Sage's side. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I'm going to have to say Sage wins that week, though. We got Sage winning. I kind of was on the fence about bases loaded IBB and Alexandra's astounding team. I'm going to call tie. I'm calling a tie on that one. Dark Sliders, Vlad the Impalers. I think the Dark Sliders come up big. And Rodfather, I'm actually going to change what I believe is going to happen. I think we're going to have a clean sweep. We're going to have a 16-0. We're going to have a Tom Brady type of performance from 2007 this week. And then we'll probably go on to lose in the fucking finals or some shit like that. Okay. So we got rid of that. We get rid of that. I think I covered everything, didn't I? Let me just check the messages here. You believe you're going to lose 11-5 this week? Are you a broken man, Nameless? Like, this is a safe place. You can tell me anything here. I'm not going to mock you. You think you're going to lose 11-5? Because if you think that, your players are going to think that. There is one thing I do want to propose. For next season, I do want to propose that we have more hitters in the roster and less pitchers. Or at least more hitters and the same amount of pitchers. And I will explain that after I win a championship. That's true. There was 21 home runs that were put up one week in that match. I do remember that. Batting 200 for the third week in a row. That is certainly not good. How bad is your team? Like, let me take a look at your team and see what... see how the doctor would patch that up. Shout out Roy Halladay. Rest in peace. Let's see here. There's some college football stuff I'm not going to talk about because I don't give a fuck. Not every team can have the prowess that I have. What can I say? We've got a trade proposal taking place. This is tampering. This is tampering. I mean, you've got Ohtani. Anthony Volpe seems like a worm. Don't like him. Cal Raleigh. Am I reading correctly right now? Like, honestly, Cal Raleigh has 26 home runs right now? Is that a real number? He has 26 home runs right now? Am I seeing... How is that real? I mean, you're good at catcher. 26 home runs, though. We're not even halfway through the year. I think his second half will be worse than his first half, but he's still going to hit probably 40 home runs. Jesus, fuck. That's crazy. Ben Rice. I don't know enough about Ben Rice. I don't know his at-bats, if he's kind of a more so against right-handed pitching. If he's a lefty, because I assume he's a lefty because he plays in New York and they take, advantage of the porch. Brendan Donovan doing good for now, but he's a guy I've liked for a lot of times. He hasn't really lived up to the bill of a fantasy player that I was hoping because he used to play a bunch of positions. Jose Cabrera, I mean, I get you have him because he's got stolen bases. He's not very good on offense, though. Lindor, I mean, he's solid all around again after that one off season he had a couple years ago. Tommy Edmonds, interesting, but, I don't trust him in terms of fantasy a ton. Ryan O'Hearn, we already know he's fucking gone. Oh, yeah, great to see Corbin Carroll fucking hitting for over a 900 OPS, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking took him last year and I fucking dropped his sorry ass. Ian Happ, he's going to get hotter than that. He's not a 700 OPS type of guy. He'll be up over 760 for sure. Andy Page seems like he's getting regular playing time for the Dodgers. I mean, he's doing good. Obviously, we know Ohtani's doing good. Not stealing as many bags this year, though, probably because they, by design. And on the bench, you've got quite a few guys. Caglione currently at 560. Can't judge that sample size yet. I think he's going to strike out a lot, though. Chase a lot of pitches. Ivan Herrera, I'm not sure why you're carrying a second catcher when you've got Cal Raleigh, or a third catcher, for that matter, in Austin Wells when you've got Cal Raleigh. Wyatt Langford, he's a good little guy to have in terms of maybe upside, but I don't think he's really lived up to the bill, has he? Has he lived up to his hype? I'll check the comments now. Just give me a second here. I gotta get caught up. Trade proposal. He's hitting 214. He'd fit the team well. Might as well just collect the Yankees. He's on the undetectables. 80 game suspension. He's not on steroids, actually. He's just playing in New York. Corbin Burns. Corbin Carroll certainly did hate me so bad last year. Honestly, to drop, I've never in any league, except Christian McCaffrey, first overall pick when he was out for the year, but I've never dropped my first round pick ever, unless they were injured for the rest of the year. I think I took Corbin Carroll second or third overall in that draft, and I fucking dropped his ass. Straight up. It's unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. I don't want to talk about Corbin Carroll. In fact, you guys have put me in a fucking dark mood right now. I'm probably going to stare at the wall for the rest of the night once I'm done here because I'm so tired of his shit. You come to my roster and you're putting up under a 700 OPS. Let me just bring up, you know what, we'll do a little deep dive on Corbin Carroll's fucking season last year. Bring him up in fucking ESPN. I can't believe we're fucking going down this fucking rabbit hole. Son of a fucking bitch you are, Carroll, you fucking asshole. Hope you get fucking struck by a fucking thundercloud, you little bitch. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. It's okay. So 2024. He was. I just want to look if I can find the splits from, post and pre All-Star game. I think I've got one. Let me just type in all. What, they don't do that anymore on ESPN? Do I have to, literally do it by month? Well, I guess we're going to have to do it by month. So, in March, these are only 13 at-bats. Last year, he had a 704 OPS. Okay, who cares? Then, in April, a 509 OPS. Then, in May, a 614 OPS. Then, in June, a 725 OPS. Then, in July, he starts getting her going, 822. Then in August, 1,042. Then he falls to 790, and then that was his season. But I was getting close to the playoffs. I had to fucking make a decision. I made the wrong decision. I should have just rode it out with him. But, he really fucked me. And he probably cost me the championship. He only had a 749 OPS last year. Fuck you, Corbin Carroll. That's not what I'm fucking paying for when I'm buying a fucking player, fucking second or third overall. I shouldn't have dropped him. That probably cost me a championship. Was just me being... This guy's fucking 5'10", 165 pounds. I fucking could bicep curl this little bitch. Let me get back to the comments here, see what's going on in the world of the Thundercloud. Do I think that Corbin Carroll is playing stupid? We've got a trade proposal of Jazz, what's his name, Chisenhall or some shit, and a really good starting pitcher for Corbin Carroll. So Dan wants the forbidden fruits that I cut last year probably to fucking rub it in all over my face. Okay. Well, I'd like to see this little trade play out here. So it looks like we've got ourselves some... just to fuck with Stevie. It'd be all over my fucking face too, you son of a bitch. Yeah, good. Yeah. Alright. You guys gotta hit the like button. You guys can talk shop on a trade. I will veto any trade that involves Corbin Carroll, by the way. I just want you guys to know it. I will fucking... As soon as that trade is out, it's going to be rejected. Sage won't be around to do anything because he's in Germany, not being a good commissioner. I'll veto that trade so hard. You have no idea. I'm not letting fucking Corbin Carroll fuck me in the ass yet again. Straight up. Oh, yeah, I see your little post, Miracle 2 on fucking May 19th. Why do you do the things that you do? You talk to, the most unimpressive dynasty we ever have is the Dark Sliders. You damn well better be. You damn well better be. You better be spreading that word of the cloud. But they're probably all soccer fans. They probably don't give a shit about baseball. I think they like football though, like American football. I do think they're pretty behind that because I think they had an event there. Or they're going to have an event, and it's going to sell out extremely quick. They probably like hockey a little bit too. They definitely probably like a little bit of basketball for sure. I don't think they're big baseball fans though. I could be wrong, could be generalizing, but I don't think they're big baseball fans for sure. All right. We're not doing the game tonight. Tomorrow, we will do The Last of Us after the sports portion of the stream. But for tonight, we're just going to call it right there. I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm having a little bit of PTSD within me because of the Corbin Carroll talk. So thanks, guys, for bringing up something that I was trying to repress for the rest of my life. And you know what? I realized, though, that I was emotional when I dropped Corbin Carroll. I should have been patient. And I believe I lost the championship because I dropped Corbin Carroll. So now I hate him even more than before. So I'm actually... I'm going to give myself a wrench. I'm going to hop on a train, find my way down to Arizona, and something might happen to Corbin Carroll. is all I'm going to say. I hope that he doesn't actually get mangled by a wrench, because then I'm going to be one of the top suspects. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Otherwise, I'm fucked. But guys, Sage, thank you for joining us. I know it's a weird time for you, but we do appreciate your service. I do not appreciate your performance in baseball. I want you to fail miserably this week. Okay, bud? So, I just want you to know that. I fucking hate your guts as much as Corbin Carroll's. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.